Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long boys blues, 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends used to bug. Long boys blues, 1975.
Hey YouTube, Lumboys Post 1975, and just a fun little pickup video because today is November the 13th. Friday, November the 13th. So happy Friday the 13th to you all. What I have in my hands here is, well, it's the 35th anniversary of the original Super Mario Brothers. Would we like to say in my neck of the woods, Super Mario Bros. And in celebration of that this year, Nintendo have obviously done a whole bunch of things, including that pack on the Switch. I don't have a Switch, but you know me, and this is a knockoff tat, where you've seen the thumbnail and you've read the description. But yeah, I like systems, handheld systems, mini systems. I guess you could argue this is more of a collector's device than a true gaming system, because its form factor doesn't necessarily, just me, lend itself that comfortably to gaming, because I have had a really quick go on it. But you could argue that not just this is you know, to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Super Mario Brothers, but also a kind of a celebration of Game & Watch. And here we go. It is the Game & Watch Super Mario Brothers well, anniversary edition, but it doesn't say that on it. But it comes in some really nice plastic packaging. I immediately thought this was like a sleeve like you get for SNES games and SNES boxes and NES boxes. It's not, because it has nothing at either side, which is a little bit disappointing. But it is very nice. Let's have a look at the back. Actually, no, let's take it off, because look. So you got Super Mario Brothers, Bros. Sorry, I'll shut up in a minute. Then you pull that off, and it's kind of more plain, like an original Game & Watch box. Obviously, I'm pretty sure everyone knows what Game & Watch is, but if you're young and not old like me, and I guess the majority of the people who watch this channel, it was handheld LCD games by Nintendo. Now, if you look on the back, this does something quite cool I didn't think it was gonna do. You get Super Mario Brothers 1, you get Super Mario Brothers 2, The Lost Levels, which was a true sequel to Super Mario Brothers in Japan. Then you get a Game & Watch. Is it that one I'm pointing at? I'm reading everything in reverse. You get a Game & Watch game itself, which I do think is kind of cool. I actually thought you just got Super Mario Brothers on this. But, you know, I often live under a rock. And also, it lets you set time, as if somehow you're going to keep this in your pocket as your main gaming device, as also your and/or watch. Now, I got this off Amazon. It arrived today. I pre-ordered it a month ago or so, or something like that, maybe a little bit more. It's £49. There's no denying that's a tad expensive for what it is. Well, I've had a tiny quick go, and I can confirm that the screen is absolutely amazeballs. But yeah, I think it's safe to say you're supposed to, I guess, keep this. Although it wasn't sealed in cellophane, it just had plastic sticky tabs at either end of this. But I will be keeping all the gubbins and stuff like that. But I guess it's just it's a niche thing, isn't it? It's for collectors. It's for people who like Mario and stuff like that. Whereas I kind of bought it more for the fact that it's like it's a Game & Watch. It done in the the form factor of a Game & Watch, because I just love stuff like that. Anyway, let's open it up. I don't know how difficult these were to get, or are to get, or have even sold out. I sincerely doubt it. There are bigger fishes to fry at the moment. Right, so it comes with a actual, that's quite nice. It does actually say, I don't know if you'll ever be able to see that, Nintendo on there, but it's it comes with a first party Nintendo USB-C. Yep, it's a USB-C, which definitely seems a tad overkill for this, but that does mean quick charging time. And then pull it out, comes a little cardboard sleeve inside. Seems to be some goodness in here. Oh, and what do we have here? If this is instructions, Game & Watch. What it should say on this is, even if you've got good eyesight, good luck reading this. Now, this isn't the warranty card, this is actually the instructions. I can tell that because you can see that it shows you how to connect it to the unit to the wall. Obviously, once again, that was a given. You don't get a charging brick in here, do you? But now, obviously, I don't want one because I like the fact that the box is like this. But and we've all got them. It's still kind of poor. Most modern companies now don't even include that. But I don't like this. It smells like paint thinner. I don't like that. Why did you not make a nice little book? Make it full colour because it's the 35th anniversary of Mario. Do you know what? And all this stuff here is done reasonably well. Very nicely, I should say. The fact that that slides over there and goes on the screen so you can see that it's for Mario. And then when you pull it off, it just says Game & Watch and has, you know, the original Game & I believe that's the original, maybe not necessarily gold, Game & Watch style of design to it. So this could have been a nice, very nice little book. Obviously, it's got to be in different languages. I do understand that, but you know, like with like the redness from your, you know, Super Mario Brothers name and things like that, a splash of colour, if you will, and the fact that it's a fold-out sheet like a treasure map. That's the worst descriptive term ever, but you know what I mean. And not a nice little book where you could have paid a ton of, you know, attention to detail, made effort to it. Like the book, granted that was bigger, that came with Super Mario Bros. Oh, bollocks, I'm having a brain fart. You know, the one that was on the Wii, which was a port of the SNES. But came with a CD, I'm not saying this should have, but came, and obviously the size would have been different, but just a nice little book with attention to detail to celebrate the 35th anniversary of Mario. I find that, it's a bit of a nitpick, I know. I find those instructions for that somewhat a bit disappointing. Comes in a baggie. Now, I never owned a Game & Watch back in the day, but a bunch of my friends, and this memory goes right back to when I was a kid, but I can remember so well that colour. Remember that colour so well. I think it was Richard Vorden who had a bunch of Game & Watches, and we used to play them when we used to go over his house for tea after primary school. Now, do you know what? There is some weight to it. What's it got on it? It's got your USB-C there. That is the power. Then you have, top button is game select. Underneath that is time. And then the third one is pause and start. Then you have the Game & Watch logo up here. It's got kind of a metal, I think it's probably metal. Obviously a plate. It's got the gold colour, but it's got a nice, you know, metal feel to it right there, and it's got your A and B buttons. But that colour, now that is just a blast of nostalgia. May not have owned them, as I said, but everything smells of paint. Do remember that colour very, very vividly. Now the screen is what, 2.5, maybe 3. I'm not sure. Again, not much on the back. Couldn't read them if I tried, and nor am I interested because you wasted an opportunity there, Nintendo. Sorry, that was my knee popping because I dared to turn 45 degrees that way without asking my knee's permission first. Now, this is really, really, really nice. It's a collector's piece. I could not imagine that many people outside of the house would play it. You know, like, yeah, it's something to be collected as a Mario fan. Will it ever be worth anything? Don't know. Really don't care. Like its form factor. Had to get my hands on it. Yeah, so I mean, certainly going to be using it for time, but let's turn it on. I will try and capture a little bit of gameplay footage, but that's going to be very difficult. But anyway, the buttons all feel very, very nice. I'm not a fan of the D-pad, but the thing is, they've obviously tried to make the D-pad very faithful to the original Game & Watch. So if you were thinking you were going to get sort of NES performance out of the D-pad, obviously you're not because of the size of it, but also this is not that comfortable a D-pad. But then obviously on a Game & Watch game, Game & Watch games weren't designed for a massive amount of complex movements, were they? Game & Watch games are super collectible now, aren't they? Going for insane prices, especially if their box does come with charge out of the box. I hope it lasts for the purpose of this video. Turn it on and it resumes from where it was paused, which was me playing a quick game of Super Mario Brothers. Now, do I press go to game, and then you get to select your game, Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, The Lost Levels. I do like that they've included The Lost Levels, because obviously that's a true technical sequel to Mario Brothers, because it is a Mario Brothers game from the ground up and not reskinned Doki Doki Panic or whatever it is. And then you have that ball game at the bottom. I'll show you quickly how it looks now. I don't know if there is a demo. We'll just go into it. So, and that's my previous game. So hang on. If I press A, I resume. If I press B, I resume. Can I not? Oh, that's interesting. It doesn't seem to. No, it doesn't. Oh no, it doesn't have a volume rocker. But if you press pause, the top one is your. Is it your volume? Top one is your volume, and the one beneath it is your brightness. So you can play around with the screen, but like that. So that's kind of cool, and that is a good idea. I want to reset the game. Well, if I press time, there you go. It handily displays the time. That's currently 10 to 3 in this country. Game select. That's interesting. So how do I reset a game? Maybe I don't want to return to it. Maybe I don't want it to pause automatically. That's a small beef and gripe, I know, but that's not the point. Game. Right. I guess, well, we've only got two options, A or B. A. Pause. Right, I'm just going to kill myself so you can see the title screen. I can hold up and talk. But anyway, it's got a very, 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 very nice screen. Die, Mario, die. If only because I have to do a gameplay of this. I'll try and do a gameplay of this. So yeah, this is really nice. This is a really, really faithful to, from what I can remember at least, a Game & Watch. And you get more than one game, which is kind of nice. You could argue that the third one is absolutely pointless. But dare I see if I can play this for the camera, because there's another problem, which is if I play it on the floor holding the button down to make myself run, not that I'm going to be able to do a competitive Mario gaming experience in this anyway for the camera, it's just, yeah, it's too awkward to play. In the hands it's absolutely fine. Playing it flat on the floor is another story. I'll give it a go though. Right, so hopefully this is going to come out reasonably well. Possibly I should turn the sound up. Screen is going to rock. I have fastened this to the floor with some tape, but apologies for rocking the screen. But this is just to kind of show you what, you know, how, because I can tell you in person, the screen is phenomenal. Now, yeah, so anyway, you've got your time device here. If you leave it for a second or so, or a couple of seconds, then a screensaver comes up, and then it powers down into standby mode. But if you press your button here, there are your three games. We'll have a quick go. Mario, Mario 2, and then the ball game, and then obviously, so press A or B, and off you go. And it's Mario. I mean, is this the best way to play Mario? No, like I said, it's a collector's device. It's a bit of a novelty. It's very, you know, nice and well made and stuff like that. But yeah, oh my god, this screen is phenomenal. Then to be fair, I would bloody Coco, because let's be honest, 59 quid, 49 quid, sorry, it's quite a wedge of cash, isn't it? And now I am playing this from behind my tripod once again, and I'm struggling to see the screen. But in your hands, and this is not really a play test or anything like that, a review, it's just a bit of fun to show my new toy. But yeah, in your actual hands, you can see it fine, and it plays really, really, really well. I mean, if they made it any bigger, then it's not really, you know, it's missing the point, is what it's missing. Bollocks. Joink. But yeah, sounds perfectly bang on. I mean, it's a NES on a chip. Oh, shies and balls. It's a NES on a chip, isn't it? I mean, there are better ways to play Mario. I mean, everyone has a way to play Mario. This is just, it's just a nice little doff of the cap by Nintendo as a celebratory item for Mario fans. And I can completely get on board with that. Right, so we'll have a look at the Lost Levels, which obviously never came out to the West until Mario All-Stars. That's the name I couldn't think of. Came out on the Super Nintendo because, what was it? They knew it was too hard for us. I know there's people who can probably play it, but hey. Right, anyway, game selection. Again, I'm sorry for the wobbliness. B, Super Mario Brothers 2, start. I've only ever played this a couple of times anyway. I'm just legging it. And that's what happens when you just leg it. One more, one more. I can't see, honest God, that's my excuse. No! Oh no, Anna Stark's dead, oh no! Point to the quote. And as a very nice little bonus, oh, I mean, not even really a game, is it? You do get an actual Game & Watch game. I'm assuming it's an actual Game & Watch game called Ball. Oh look, it's got two modes. I guess that's to let you know, look, so basically you toss a ball and then you move your hands to catch it. I mean, these things were state of the art though back then when we were a kid. And he's juggling. So yeah, basically it's juggling. The position of the balls as well, look, varies as well. See, that one's gone out wide, that other one didn't. I don't know why I'm explaining this in such glorious detail, but ooh, there you go. So, anyway, let's round up. So, the Super Mario Brothers Game & Watch Anniversary Edition, I guess. Is it worth owning? Well, it comes down to how much of a Mario fan you are. I'm more of a fan of the form factor of this thing and what it is and the true sort of celebratory nature of it about Game & Watch, more so than Mario. I'm more a fan of that than I am of Mario, because I love stuff like this. But if you're a huge Mario fan, then this is definitely one for your collection. I mean, to be honest, it's something to be kept in the box, I personally think. It's not really a true gaming device. You're not going to play Mario on this if you're a serious competitive Mario player. You're going to own this to celebrate the fact that you like Mario. But it is extremely well made. I do like the fact that it's metallic and stuff like that. I like the fact that you get more than one game. One of them, though, is not even really a game, but it honors the fact that it's Game & Watch. So it's a nice touch and should really be on there. The other one is just balls horrifically hard, but also cool that they put it on there because, I mean, people might say, well, why don't you just go all the whole hog and put Mario Bros. 3 on there? That's not what this is about. You're celebrating the 35th anniversary of Mario. But I definitely like the fact that they've gone out of their way to make this truly resemble a Game & Watch, and I do really like that. So, I mean, I'm sure there are people out there who go, hell, I'm going to game on it, and I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to use its time feature. That would have been so much funny if I got it really quickly. I'm sure there are people who are going to do that. I would not want to put this in my pocket unless some sort of specific case made by Nintendo for this to fit perfectly existed. But yeah, I really quite like it. I really quite liked it. That's why I wanted to do a video on this, to show you people it. I apologise that playing... Oh look, when it hits the arrow, Mario comes in and changes the first... sorry, Winnie Pops. No, not colour. Colour? Oh, sorry. It's a long day. Changes the first number of the time. That's really quite cool. It's a gimmick. It's a nice celebratory little gimmick. If you like Mario, get it. Is it a bit expensive? Possibly, but I do really like it, I have to say that, and I'm very happy to have it. What I would like to say though is, again, seriously, I know it may seem like a silly small complaint to you people, but that was a wasted opportunity, making a fold-out map as opposed to a nice little booklet with a bit of colour. Come on, a bit of colour. Especially when you made so much effort with the box. The box is just absolutely fantastic, you know, especially with the whole fact that you slide the sleeve over it like that. And it changes the game. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think. Are you planning on getting one of these? Do you think it's a bit silly, a bit of a waste of time, one for the Mario fans only? Or is it going to be on your shopping list? Or do you have one? Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.